welcome or welcome back to Tarot AF. So today we've got another pick a card reading and we're going to look at what each of you want. So we're going to look at your energy versus their energy and then ultimately where the relationship is going, and we'll also get some messages from your animal spirit guides with a little bit of advice for you. So if you've never been to a pick a card reading before, hello, welcome to the party. We have today 4 piles for you to pick from. We have pile 1 with the Orbita deck with the Untitled crystal. We have the Mystic Monday tarot with the Aquamarine pebble. We have the Alice in Wonderland tarot with the Rainbow Moonstone. And lastly, we have the Marigold Tarot with the Honey Calcite. So what you can do, you can take a moment, you can pause the video, see which one is calling to you. And what I do is I pop the times in the box below and you can meet me there for your reading. I will see you then. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 1, so if you picked the Orbita Tarot and also the Untitled, then this is going to be your reading. I've already shuffled your oracle cards, so let's get right into it, shall we? So let's firstly see what you want out of this relationship. So we have got movement, we've got strategy in reverse, and we've also got stop. So firstly, I feel like the stop is more not a stop that you want to stop communicating or anything like that. I think it's more a stop to this cycle, a stop to a period where there has been no planning, there has no been forethought, and you want this movement ultimately. Feels like if there's no contact, I would not be surprised, or a separation here, and there's just a want for the energy to kind of be brought back in, the life into this relationship. And maybe you're sick and tired of games. Maybe it feels like you're in a bit of a gameplay situation with this strategy in reverse and you're just kind of done with it. And maybe in terms of love in general, maybe you're just in this period where you're not wanting to mess around anymore. You're just like, I need this communication, I need this Ace of kind of Wands energy, this swiftness, this movement forward, like tell me as it is and stop. Maybe there's been manipulation in past relationships, maybe within this relationship, and there's just a need to kind of, I'm hearing stop with the bull, like it's time to kind of come clean and just kind of say what you want. So let's also get you some tarot for what you want, and then we'll look at what they want, like I said in the starter of this video, and then we will look at what they want and then where the relationship is going as well. So Spirit, let's see. So what does pile 1, what do they want? So we've got this moon. So again, this period of illusion and self-deception, and maybe you're second guessing yourself and wondering whether this is something, where it's going. And with the Judgment card, I feel like you are hearing like alarm bells for this relationship. Like there is a purpose here. There is a purpose that, you know, I've got 2 more cards. I was only going for 3, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave it as 4. But I feel like maybe there is this kind of higher calling or higher purpose that you feel towards this relationship, and you're just kind of like, come on, I feel it. I want to go there. Or potentially as well, maybe you're kind of sitting on other things, maybe sitting on where you feel like your path is taking you, because you're kind of waiting around, maybe waiting around for this other person. And this is the card of teamwork, the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you want to connect, you want to share your ideas, you want to start this commitment. And maybe there's, with the 2 of Pentacles, maybe there's other options on the table, or maybe other things that are pulling you away, like I said, other paths. And you want to balance both, you want to have both things, but I feel like one energy may be draining you more than the other. But there is this kind of want to connect with this person, almost want to do it together in some way. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if you guys are an earth sign. You don't have to be or have earth placement, so that's Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, but I just get the sense, and you could have met this person potentially in a workplace setting, or maybe kind of at school, that kind of thing, at university or whatever, at college. But there is just this, maybe you are close in a kind of workplace environment, like wherever that is, and you have to work together, and you're wanting to almost to bring in another ball into this relationship, as it were, and maybe you just feel hot and cold with it. You feel a bit left out in the dark, and you can't really see the way forward, and you just don't know what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and maybe they say things and kind of lead you to believe one way, and then you're not sure, and you almost second guess yourself. So there's definitely not sure footing here for you. There's this want to bring around balance and like I said, forward movement. So let's see what they want in this relationship. So we have got growth, we have got rest and rejuvenation, and we've also got sadness as well. So I feel like this person's energy is they want to grow out of this period of maybe sadness. If maybe there's, like I said at the beginning, there could be no separation, no contact, so that a period of sadness where both of you took time for rest and rejuvenation around, and then for a period of growth, so you can kind of grow on their own, independently. Both of you, both parties do that, and kind of see where the sun goes, like see where the sun shines, and what kind of brings you that solace and out of this period. So I feel like maybe both of you have had that, and maybe that's that stop period. Or if this is a new relationship, a new connection, and there's been no history, then I get the I get the feeling that this person has been through a maybe breakup, a situation, a period of sadness where they've had to recoup, they've had to charge their batteries and find themselves mentally, spiritually, and in their body, in order to grow away from that sadness. And I feel like they are still in this period, and they're almost not ready. They don't feel like I feel like they think they're still a bit of a sprout. They've still got, I mean, we're all growing all the time, we're all learning and growing, but I feel like they're not quite out of this sadness period at the moment. But then with this growth, there is forward movement. So I feel like they're almost in a juxtaposition in their own mind. They know that the rest and rejuvenation will bring this growth, but it's almost like they're holding onto the sadness still. So let's see with some tarot cards what they want. So we have got the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, and we've also got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, loss of pleasure, sadness. So there is this, like I said, still this grief. They're almost going through the scale and the stages of grief. So denial, anger, bargaining, and it feels like, and that is a scale. That isn't like a step-by-step program, as it were. Like you move on to each stage. Like you can be angry one day and then, you know, bargaining the next, and then go back to anger, or you know, you could feel like you're in denial, completely over it, whatever, and then you go back to anger. And so I feel like they just want to be victorious over this feeling and approach this very slowly with the Knight of Cups. There are emotional feelings here. There is this emotional connection with the Knight of Cups. This person could be a water sign, or there potentially is fire. So water, we could have Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer, and with the Wands, with the fire signs, we could have a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be. But I feel like either way, this person is in a kind of emotional imbalance at the moment, which they know the key to that, which is rest and rejuvenation, this period. But I feel like they want to skip forward, like we were saying, and grow and kind of get there, as it were, and get to this moment where they can almost be victorious and be a victor over this period of loss in pleasure. And that's what they do have at the moment, and they are trying to kind of work their way back towards love. And with the Knight of Cups, there's almost this need to take it step by step. They want healing and they want reassurance, and that is the energy that they're craving. They want peace in this relationship and peace within themselves, but they know that that is a slow process, and they have to look at their goal in the distance like a flower would to the sun, and it's going to happen steadily, no matter how much their wills and desires want to sway them otherwise. otherwise. So there is this kind of wanting to jump straight in, but knowing, and maybe they've learned from the past, from needing to heal from previous relationships, or whatever it is, or maybe they just know within themselves that it does take time for them. But obviously I feel like for both people there is this frustration and this roadblock here, and I feel like it's more coming from them, because obviously there is this want for movement and all of this, and I think just communication on this side, and they're not being clear enough about and probably being open about how sad they feel, whether it's about the relationship or maybe words that have been said or stuff like that. But there's not really much sword energy, so I don't get it's really there. I feel like it's more emotionally from this connection. Maybe there's been a bit of a drain or something like that here, or from a previous relationship which they're still trying to kind of make their way through and make their way back to a place where they feel balanced and ready, and ready to approach it steadily. But there is this, with the Knight of Cups, there is this open heart, like they are on the horse, they're on their horse, like going towards their goal. But it's one of the slowest moving nights, so there is this it feels like a bit of a delay, but there is this almost wanting to pour their message of love, and they are going for an emotional experience and emotional growth on the other side. And I feel like that's within them, and they know that it's got to come from them, and they can't rely on someone else for that. They have got to be the victor of their own story, as it were. But I feel like they feel sadness, maybe they can't communicate that with you, or they haven't been able to communicate it, especially if you guys are in very close proximities, maybe a part of a team or that kind of thing. So let's ultimately see where this relationship is going based off of this energy. So Spirit, where is this relationship going? And like I said, it is absolutely based off this current energy. You know, you have absolute free will. You can make changes in this present moment that affect your future outcomes. So, you know, we'll look at that. So we've got Page of Cups in reverse. Spirit, so where is this relationship going for my glorious friends of pile 1? Okay, and we also have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Sorry, because it was reversed, I was like, what is the one? Roman numerals upside down. Bit of brain yoga. Okay. We also have the 9 of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and we also have the 3 of Cups. Okay. So there is this, we've obviously again got all of this water energy. So I feel like a lot of stuff may come from this person and to get this moving, as it were. But ultimately there is this almost the raw energy of the relationship that we're seeing, especially from them, and maybe that kind of intuitive voice that you potentially feel on where you want this to go. There is this almost there's almost this next stage of a bit of naivety, and maybe going in with the guard up. Maybe one party is going to do that, and maybe there's going to be this kind of rush in, whereas that there's this other emotionally stable, which I'm leaning more towards you in this way, emotionally stable person, kind of ready to receive and almost help. And I feel like there is this need to help this person through, because their intentions are good, and I feel like that is evident here. There's maybe, if there has been manipulation or strategy, I feel like they're working on that, and they want to grow from that. But I think there is a lot of like passion and almost desires being sat on, and that's probably where this reverse comes in on their side. And ultimately there are fears and anxieties surrounding this relationship and this obvious need to sort it out and talk about it, and this thought entanglement that comes in where this relationship is going. But with this Three of Cups on the end, I feel like the love that you guys connect with and speaking your truth and coming together almost in celebration as two like-minded souls and connecting in that way, connecting on the values that you both share and what kind of fuels your soul, and yes, just connecting in abundance. That is really going to, when love is present in a situation where there are strong emotions here, and I feel like on both sides, that's where that can dispel the fears and anxieties. But there are a lot of fears and anxieties to work through, and I feel like someone has been working on their strength, probably them, and and is ready for any eventuality, maybe in love, and maybe they're going to loosen their guard a bit, but their wall is up at the moment, and they are trying to protect their heart, as it were, and trying not to kind of wear their heart on their sleeve, maybe where they do usually in relationships or that kind of thing, because of a fear of getting hurt and a fear of that. But standing in your authority as this King of Cups, standing as you are and being open and honest about how you feel, will help then bring, like I said, this connection into the relationship, and will help with that movement which you want. And I feel it is that standing in your power and kind of laying your emotions on the table and saying, hey, your person, I'm here, I'm open, I'm ready to talk, and emotionally I am here for you. You don't have to say, we need to jump into a relationship or anything like that, and I wouldn't think that that's what you would say anyway. But it's more saying, like, I know you're going through a lot, I know that you are going through a lot from your other breakup or whatever it is, or I know this period of separation has been really hard, and like I'm still going through things, like with this Judgment card in reverse. There's obviously stuff that you feel frustrated by, that maybe you're not receiving the higher calling, or you have to feel like you're sitting on it because of someone else in the situation. But the fears and anxieties aren't going to go away. The thoughts aren't going to go away. I mean, they are just words, and words were created by humans, so like that's a weird construct, isn't it? But it's one of those things where their fears and anxieties are present and real to them, and bringing love into that situation. And they are right, they have to do a lot of the work, but you can be there and not allow yourself to be dragged into all of it, because they need to fight their own battles. But extend that hand, be impelled, and I feel like you do that. You want to help people, you're probably an empath and take on other people's emotions as well, and like I said, just help them follow their heart and follow where they want to go, and ultimately connect together on a friendship level, and on that level of a kind of soul connection, whether that be soul friends, soulmates, whatever it is. But you become that which you surround yourself. So the more time that you spend with this person, or emotionally open up, the more that they'll be able to give you as well. And maybe this guard up that they feel that they have to put up the walls and everything around almost their heart to protect it, because maybe they feel a bit naive to love, or naive because of setbacks or whatever it is, and that's why they've had to protect it, or they just feel really I get the sense that they feel really stupid in some way if maybe something happened. I'm hearing for some people maybe they were cheated on, or something like that. That won't be for everyone, but there's this raw energy of when they're trying to build themselves up to be this Knight of Cups again, as what I feel, but they feel like they're a page in reverse, like they're that they don't really trust their heart, they don't really trust where their heart's going to be taking them at this time. So that's kind of where the relationship is going at the moment. But let's see what your animal spirit guides have to tell you. So this is all about your power, staying strong in your power. And like we were saying, like with you as this King of Cups, you know, there's obviously things that you feel called to do with that Judgment card in reverse that maybe, or maybe you are waiting to hear a sign. So let's see for you guys. So we have Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. So I feel like you feel like you've lost time here, potentially. Maybe lost time on this relationship, maybe lost time on other things, whatever it is. And I feel like maybe you've expended a lot of emotion already, but know that, and Vulture Spirit is there to remind you that nothing is ever wasted in that way. You know, every single person comes to you through spirit, through the universe, as an assignment of love to help you grow. And this relationship has taught you a lot, even now in this stage, even if not a lot feels like it's happened or is happening. There is a lot to learn about yourself, and also about how to almost see how they're living through a lens of fear, and how you can change your actions and look at it through a kind of a lens of love, through life through a lens of love. So we also have Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. So I feel like that's with that Judgment in reverse. Maybe if you feel like you've been almost sitting on your calling, or you know that there is action to take, maybe reaching out or something like that. Maybe you're waiting for them to reach out, but actually Spirit's saying that maybe you should make that first move. So let's see, what else do you have for my glorious friends of pile 1 Spirit? Okay, I'm gonna give you both. We'll sneak another one in there. So you've got Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. So kind of like I was just saying with like, and that's really linking to the King of Cups as well. Everyone being sent as an assignment, and you were kind of learning so much, every experience you're learning from. So turn this knowledge of what you've learned about yourself, and maybe about what other people, into something, into wisdom that you take forward, and that then you approach love with in the future. And then we've also got Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. So it's like this Knight of Cups, they already know that they almost have to put the brakes on, or, well, not really brakes on, sorry, but like put the stabilizers on really, and take it at a low gear, and move steadily towards this. And I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to say to you as well, especially when you're in this period of darkness and everything. Take it slowly, and make sure that you protect your heart as well, and in this situation, and put yourself first. And you know, you don't want fears and anxieties, and you don't want your wall to go up like them. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, in the right time, kind of our gifts are going to be revealed to you, whether it's within this relationship, which I feel like you've probably learned so much from already, or you will kind of look back and feel like you have, or in the form of a new relationship, potentially with someone else. So be open, be receptive, be willing to take that leap of faith when it presents itself to you, kind of like the Fool jumping in to a new experience and everything, and you have the knowledge and the wisdom in order to know yourself and know where your limits are, and everything, and your time was not wasted. Don't feel like you've wasted time. You have learned so much from this relationship already, and like I said, everyone is an assignment, and either way there is this want for a connection. There is a connection here, there is kind of love, whether that be friends or more, and don't allow any fears and anxieties that you may have or that they may have ruin the friendship ultimately. So my lovely friends of pile 1, I'm going to leave your reading here for you guys today. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice for you guys there. I'd love to know in the comments. I am sending so much love to you. I'd love to see you guys again. If you'd like to see me, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you guys there, lovelies. I'll see you later. Bye! Hi my lovely friends of pile 2, so if you picked the Aquamarine Pebble and also the Mystic Mondays Tarot, then this reading is going to be for you guys. So firstly, let's see what you want in this connection, or what you want from this connection. So these are your energy cards, so what your kind of energy is currently. So we have got anger, the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, and we've also got caution. So I feel like at the moment with this 5th chakra, the throat chakra, I feel like you really want to speak your truth. I feel like there are a lot of things that maybe you are angry about, maybe little things that are happening, but you feel like you've had this almost alarm, like, I can't approach this situation, I can't speak my truth for whatever reason, but you are guided by this Archangel Gabriel. So whatever it is that you feel like you are almost sitting on, or you don't feel like you are ready to communicate, there is a reason for that. There is a reason you are being guided and almost being watched over to speak your truth. I feel like you might feel stifled by it, and maybe you're not used to this. Maybe you're not used to feeling like you have to tiptoe around something or a situation that doesn't make you happy and is actually bringing a lot of anger to you. Maybe you're quite frustrated with yourself that you haven't spoken your truth about something in this situation. Or when I was shuffling your cards, or when one of your cards fell out, I heard the song Green Light by Lorde, and specifically the line that goes like I need that green light, I want it, like you're waiting for that. Sorry, that took a long time for me to come out, but it's like that red, amber, green, like you want that green light, you want that go ahead to be able to speak your mind and kind of let go of this feeling of frustration that you're feeling, because I feel like it's not your natural state. And whatever it is, whatever these feelings, these pent up kind of emotions have been kind of boiling to, you're ready just to release it. You're like, I just need to know now. I need that light, whatever it is. I need that light in this situation, in this relationship. So let's ask Spirit for some more cards. So Spirit, what else does this person want? What does this person, pile 2, want towards this relationship? So we've got Queen of Pentacles, which turned around. Ooh, we also have the Hanged Woman. And we also have the 4 of Swords. So you don't have to identify as a female. This might just be, this is just the deck. It's usually the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. So just so you know, that does not matter. So with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like there is this, you've got this inner knowledge, this deep, maybe almost I'm hearing like, you've been here, done that, seen that before. Like you might have, this is strong earth energy. So you could be, you don't have to be, because we've also got Swords, which is air, but you could be an earth sign, you could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. But either way, I feel like you have just you've been in relationships before, or you know yourself, you know your experiences, you know who you are, and you just want to move on. I'm just like, I could just hear like, I just want to have like, I just need clarity. I just need to know either way. I just need to know what's going on here. And with the Hanged Woman, there is almost this resignation here, this almost like surrendering to the fate of it. Like, okay, whatever's going on, like this is where this kind of to a stop comes from. And you're like, I know almost the way of love, as it were, and I see that you see the world in a different place, almost maybe like I just get the feeling that you're very straight to the point, and you're used to kind of speaking your truth, and in this way you just feel like you can't, because maybe you feel like you're tiptoeing around other people. And with the Four of Swords, there is this almost again, like the hanged one, like this period of rest from strife, as it were. So whatever this thought entanglement that you are in, it has been playing on your mind, and you feel like you're waiting for that green light. Like, that's literally what I keep hearing, that time for you to come out of this repose and kind of speak and communicate your truth. You feel like you're resting on your laurels at the moment, but you know you're a good person. You know that you are worthy, and you should know as well that you are worthy and distinguished enough, and almost ready and open and receptive for love. So that's why I feel like you feel so angry that you've had to be cautious and you've almost had to wait. But with this waiting period, maybe there has been this new enlightenment, maybe this guiding, so you can recollect your thoughts in order to properly communicate your truth. So I get the feeling that even if there has been some anger in this wait period, it's all happened for a reason, as it were. And I feel like it's almost bringing you closer to the truth of you, that you are this Queen of Pentacles. And there's almost this commitment to yourself. So let's see what their energies are and what they want from the relationship. So we have movement, we have indecision, and we have pain. So I feel like there is this want to there's your green light, isn't there, with that movement card, the green. But yeah, there is this and it's almost like red, yellow, green as well. It feels like a traffic light relationship at the moment, which I've never used before. This is new for me. But there is obviously this pain from an indecision that they have made. Maybe they have been indecisive towards you. Maybe there were almost two commitments that they could have made, or maybe like whether that be work and this relationship, or this relationship and another relationship, whatever it is. It feels like they had a lot of options either way that they had to pick through, and they knew that one was going to lead to pain of someone or something, or maybe on them, and there is this inability to move forward, to have that green and go. And I feel that they know that they have been causing pain in you, and probably you're like, it's not pain, it's anger. And yes, exactly, that I completely understand, but I feel like they know, and maybe this is inflicting some pain on them. I feel like some of you are going like, good, okay, cool, but I didn't mean to laugh in that, but that's more just like your mindset of like wanting to move it on, like move this thing along, and their indecisiveness has almost, I'm hearing for you, almost feeling like it's like been pinning you down, like it's it feels like it's almost stopped you from doing other things, and there's this feeling of powerlessness. But you have this archangel, you have these angels and these spirit guides around you wanting you to speak your truth, as it were. So I feel like you are being guided almost to take charge, but we're obviously going to get more cards for this. But let's see firstly what they want. So we have the Fool. So Spirit, what does their person want? We also have the Three of Wands. Okay, and we also have the Chariot. Okay. So friends, it's good in terms of their movement, and I that green light sort of thing, that is what they want. They want to move this along. They want to move this connection on. And with the Fool, there is this wanting of almost a clean slate, of a jumping forward into a new beginning, jumping off that cliff, like wherever it's going to go, and trusting that the universe and spirit has this relationship and has the back. And there is this kind of carrying all the stuff in the past, but not letting it rule the relationship. That's why there's that almost clean slate, as it were. And with the Three of Wands, I love this card. It's one of my favourite cards. It's this kind of, they're waiting on the cliff, waiting for almost like the boat to come to them, and like they know, they can visualize where it's going. They know that the boat is coming in, like it's incoming. Like the timetables are just a bit skewed sort of thing, but their direction and their willpower and their kind of intuition is leading them towards this. And with the Chariot, again, there is a need to release the obstacles, and maybe there's almost 3 things that they have to do. That does not have to be, but because there's also 3 hills, I feel like there is just, either way, there was something blocking them, this indecision, maybe blocks in their minds, maybe they had to jump through a few things before they could then, I don't know, I'm hearing move back for some people, maybe if they're journeying across seas or whatever, or just come back to this relationship if there were other things that were pulling them away. Whatever it is, there is this want to kind of let go of the wheel and trust and have faith that Spirit's almost going to take the lead, and that this relationship is going to move forward towards victory and towards something where you both are on that ride together, as it were. So they do genuinely want this movement forward, and I think they are actively moving past this period now of indecision and this unblocking, so that they can do that and they can leap and trust and have faith. Whatever it was, maybe it was the pain of, you know, what happens if they fall, maybe it was those fears and anxieties that they were feeling, but there is this movement, there is this want for leap. So let's see ultimately where this relationship is going. So Spirit, where is this relationship going? Okay, so we have the Justice card, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Princess of Swords as well. We have, do you want to be up or down? Down. Okay, and we also have Death and the 3 of Cups. I'm just going to double check this card because, yeah, I thought it was. It's supposed to be up. So the Star, Death, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like where this relationship is going, there is whatever has been sown in the past, whatever you've almost been ruminating on, this new idea, this new way of thinking about this relationship maybe, or this new communication that we are seeing. I feel like this is very much you, this Princess of Swords. So maybe, like I said earlier, maybe you are an air sign, because there was this earth energy, but I skipped over and didn't say, I said, oh yeah, it could be an air sign, but maybe you are an air sign, so maybe you are a Libra, Gemini, or a Aquarius, but you do not have to be, like I said earlier, it could be earth sign. But I feel like you are going to almost present this new communication to them, kind of, I feel like it's almost coming from you, this new idea or whatever it is, and maybe this new way of framing this relationship and being like, okay, let's talk, we need to. And there is this guided with this Ace of Swords, it's this almost fortuitous moment, but it's almost divinely guided that comes to you, a new way of talking, and it's all through willpower and need and a determination. So I feel like it's almost you grabbing hold of the reins and being like, okay, look, we need to talk about this. And like I said earlier, with this Justice card, there is a need for truth, to get to the bottom of this situation and talk to them. And no matter what has been sown in the past, the seeds, they're kind of this new idea that you've been ruminating on, or all of these things, they're going to come out into balance. They're going to come. So whatever has been sown in the past, that's what affects the future energies, as it were. And there is a need to change in this relationship. In the Death card, there is a need to change this and move on and almost draw a line under it and release this cycle of whatever it is, because there is a lot of faith being poured into this relationship, and it is, I feel like with this Star, a lot of faith, trust, and I was going to say pixie dust, but it's that serenity, as it were, and this peace after storm that you guys want, and you want to feel guided and trust that it's almost like this is a wish both of you, I feel like, are pouring your heart into. But firstly, there does need to be this release of a cycle, and a release of and a change and an acceptance that, and that's really what the Justice card is as well, acceptance of the past, accept and learning from the past, maybe miscommunication or indecision on this side, and then with changes in the present moment affect the future outcome of this relationship. But I feel like it does almost come from you, or if it does come from them, it's then them presenting this almost communication, this forward movement, and you almost bending it and saying like, okay, so is this going to work for me? Almost wielding this sword and saying, okay, is this communication or this way of talking, is this going to work? This relationship that is being brought about. And ultimately, there is this abundance and this in the Three of Cups, this almost emotional outpour to one another, and this soul connection, whether that be soul friends, soul mates, whatever it is, it's being around those who fuel your soul and kind of make you feel whole. And there is this kind of peace after the storm that I'm seeing. If there is a willingness to, for both sides, and this is so important, to step forward and it's like after the Hanged Woman, like that's 12, this is 13, this is the next natural step. And like the Fool can go anywhere really in our cards because it's 0, but it is that like both of you taking that leap and trusting that the star is going to guide you out of this darkness, this period. And yeah, you can't change the past, you can't change this period, even if it's made if it brought anger, even if it's brought pain. There is the opportunity to grow and pour kind of love and your heart back into the situation that will bring healing and plenty to you. And like I said, just celebration. And it's really, really beautiful, but it's having that trust and faith in spirit and in your own emotions that you are ready, and also that you, most importantly, are happy to speak your truth and you feel that you can, because you can't feel stifled in this relationship, especially because you are standalone and you are independent in this Queen of Pentacles. And you know, whatever they've been indecisive on and everything, maybe that's raised a red flag for you in some ways, but if they have changed, if they have made a commitment to change, maybe things will be different and you will be able to see that. But actions speak louder than words, and maybe that is your thoughts on it. So maybe this action of a new way of thinking or a new communication coming in, this movement forward, will help you feel whether and kind of put maybe any thoughts that you are feeling at ease, at bay. So let's get your animal spirit cards as well for advice for you. So Spirit, what advice do you have for my friend? So Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Death card. Yeah, I'm hearing Groundhog Day songs now, but the musical songs, but yeah, sorry about that. I will not sing, don't worry. I'm also going to take this one, which was on top of my hand, and then this one that went off to the side too. So we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. So this is the in-between period, and frustrating as hell, but you are in this position and actually you are more enlightened for it. And maybe that is this time to let go, this time of surrender that you've had to surrender to almost, and how annoying that has been, but it has brought you a period to step into your power, know your worth, and Spirit is saying embrace this period in between where you are independent and you've been able to think for your think your own thoughts and trust your heart and your intuition in this situation. We have also got trust in the magic, so trust in the magic of this connection, but also trust in your magic, trust in how you turn the world on its head, and trust in almost spirit and the angels guiding you, that they are there for you in this relationship. And also Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. So it's going to provide you with the things that you need. and it's frustrating because maybe it's not the things that you want or the timing that you want, or any of the above, but it is exactly what you need. And when you lean into the love of the universe and you surrender to that plan, that's when things start moving. And it is about this release. It's about releasing and letting go of the energy that no longer serves you. So whether that's the expending energy on the anger of this relationship and switching it to the lens of love, of okay, you know, I'm almost going to let go of that period and allow myself now to almost look at this person anew, as it were, and through a lens of this is almost like how we've met for the first time, and almost putting, like with this Justice card, the past in the past, because you can't change that. You can only live this present moment. And trust in the magic, that will unfold here. And with this star, you know, pour your faith and your hopes and wishes into spirit and your guides. And yeah, the universe wants to bring you so many gifts. Be open and receptive to them as well. So my lovely friends of pile 2, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys. I really hope it resonated and there was some useful advice in there. I'd love to hear down in the comments below if it did. I'm sending so much love to all of you friends. If you'd like to see me again, I'd love to see you. You can hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 3. So if you picked the Rainbow Moonstone and the Alice in Wonderland Tarot, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, let's see what you want, what your current energy towards this relationship is. So we have got cleanse, we have got storm warning, and we also have success. So I feel like there has been a lot of stuff brewing up in your love life over maybe the years, maybe within this relationship, but I get more that you have just had your fair share of this storm warning, of this kind of, sorry, there's something, no, that is just the card, of this, like, it just feels like you just want this rainbow, this sun, peace after the storm, and for you to cleanse your waters, cleanse your love life, as it were, is what I'm hearing. And maybe that's towards this person and this relationship, but I just get it's more of a general thing, like you're sick and tired of feeling like you are not in control, and you want to be victorious and have this come up good success, as it were, because it's tiring to be in that storm warning and to not feel like you have control. And it feels like there's almost been a bit of a tower moment for you, maybe sudden shocks that you've been exposed to, and because we've got this lightning, it feels like almost like divine things have happened. Things have completely knocked you sideways and just broken down everything, so you've had to rebuild yourself and cleanse yourself, and you're ready for the next stage, for healing and reassuring and love, ultimately, to kind of pour forth to you, because you feel like, how much rubbish can one person take, basically? Like, how much can one person go through? So let's see what else we have in tarot for what you want. So we have got the Hermit, we have got the Hierophant, and we've also got the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords, card of sorrow. So there feels like, and it literally feels like maybe in the past someone has almost stabbed you in the heart, essentially, like stabbed you in the back, has almost taken all of your thought energy and has made you doubt your emotions, and maybe it's something to do with this person, but maybe it's not. Maybe it will be different for different people. It might resonate differently, but either way, there could have been a third party in this situation, or it just feels like there has been some unrest within you because of this period of strife, and there was a need for healing, and a need for cleansing, and a need for this Hermit energy, very heavy Virgo energy here. And we've also got Hierophant, which is Taurus, but then there is also air here in the Swords, so maybe Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but you do not have to have placements that they may not be any of your signs, but that's just what's here. And with the Hermit, there was a need for time away from outer concerns for everything else, almost going down the rabbit hole of your emotions, as it were, and and looking after your light, trusting your light, your inner guidance, and being comfortable with yourself, away from other people, from maybe this thought situation which you felt entangled in. And I feel like you've done that. You've taken the time to cleanse, and what you want is almost this teacher in the Hierophant card to appear to you. This almost next step, as it were, this kind of unlocking and living faith in every day that the success and the victory is going to be yours, that you have spirit and the universe behind you, which you already do, but you almost want a sign, like the Cheshire Cat is almost at a crossroads, isn't it? And it appears and it speaks in riddles, and it feels like maybe that's how you are. Like maybe you feel like this connection could bring something, and you're looking for a sign for it, and you're like, is this the right path? Who knows? And you're just trying to follow your inner guidance. You are where you're going, as it were. You know that you're headed for success, especially after this storm, or you should know that you are, with your energies, you're in the right place because you are looking after yourself first and foremost. In order to open yourself up, and divine guidance will help you, and maybe there is someone to help you unlock that path. Sometimes the Hierophant is this kind of spiritual teacher that comes to us and helps us unlock something within us, and almost brings us into an indoctrination of a new way of thinking. And I feel like in your way it's almost a new way of thinking about love. So I feel like there is this, you've almost already moved away from this Three of Swords. It might still be present, you might still be bringing in cleansing and healing, and maybe there is a few undertones, maybe a few thoughts that are still there, that still creep up, a few fears and anxieties, but ultimately you know that you want to move forward, and you want to move forward on the path. So let's also see what they want from the relationship, so what their energy is. So we have illumination, we have contract, and we also have energy. So there is almost this wanting to bring to light potentially feelings, emotions. Maybe they want to know what your feelings and emotions are, but there is a need to know, and almost from them I feel like intellectualize the energy of this relationship, and potentially they, maybe if you've been working on yourself and been not really focusing on love or that kind of thing for a while, because you've been looking after like your emotions and fanning your light, as it were, and trusting that guide, I feel like they almost feel illuminated by you and drawn to you, because you know, when you look after your own light, you become a beacon, not only for divine to come and bring you gifts, but also for other people want to follow that light. So I feel like they can see that you've undergone this illumination of self, and they're attracted to that energy. It feels like solar energy, almost like you are kind of the sun, clarity. And with this contract card, there is this almost want for contract of a relationship, almost this can be the sign of like weddings and that kind of thing, but it is more that contract with each other. And I hear speaking truth, because it's kind of reminiscent of like the justice scales as well, like truth seeking, bringing into balance, and kind of seeing what both parties want and almost signing a contract based on that. So they know it's two parties here, and that, you know, their energy and their thoughts and how they feel is one end of it. And maybe if they can see that you've been through this sorrow, maybe if they were a cause of it, or maybe it's completely not their fault and it was someone else or something else, they want to make sure that you are comfortable with whatever might happen. So let's also get some tarot for them. So Spirit, what do they want from this relationship? So Spirit, what does pile three's person want from this relationship? So we have got the King of Swords, which is so funny, because obviously we've got that Three of Swords, so potentially that was one party that that maybe caused this sorrow, or like I was saying with this almost contract justice card, that's kind of that truth seeking, like cutting to the truth and to the heart of the matter, and trying to intellectualize the energy, like I've already said. And we've also got the Page of Pentacles. So Spirit, what else? What does this person want? So yeah, we've got again heavy earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, and also Capricorn, and heavy swords energy. Okay, I can't take all of you, but I'm going to take you two because you were up. And we've also got the Four of Pentacles and also the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, I would not be surprised if one party was maybe earth, one was swords, or maybe if you guys work at the same place or study at the same place and have something to do, as in the sensational world of coin, as it were, like money, like that kind of thing. That's I could imagine that you guys maybe connect in that way. But with this King of Swords, I am almost leaning more to them being an air sign, or being more of this King of Swords, and probably you being more of this Page of Pentacles, because we've got this heavy Hermit and Aerophant energy. So with this King of Swords, I feel like if they have caused you past hurt, they are being uber critical of themselves and that. But if it's nothing to do with that, they are just using their logic and their reason in this situation, because they know for anything to happen, you need to be almost in the right headspace, is what I'm feeling. But also there is this almost need for communication and this illumination to be brought to light, a need to speak their truth and speak their thoughts, and almost make a plan and communicate forward, is what I'm hearing. And with this Page of Pentacles, maybe they see this as you, as in you are chasing your career and or maybe your study or something like that. There is something maybe, or maybe this is almost what they want as well, because it could be like the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords coming together, or it could just be an aspect. Maybe if they are balancing things in their life, maybe they are balancing their job, their career, and where that fits in as well. So maybe there's a need to get through their thoughts and everything. With the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles as well, there feels like there has been this shut door here. Maybe for them, maybe if they've maybe lost communication with you, lost touch with you, and they feel like maybe you are guarded and holding yourself in and not allowing you energy to come towards you, and they feel a bit cut off, that they almost can't reach out to you, can't talk to you, because they almost know it needs to come from you. And maybe that is that, or maybe in terms of their job or something, they have had, or study or whatever it is, they've had a door slam in their face, which is why they're almost working and having to start almost again with this Page of Pentacles, and use their logic and reason at this time to expend their energy almost elsewhere. Maybe this contract is more of a contract for work. And with the Four of Pentacles, at the moment, they may be holding on to the previous state of this relationship, or the previous state of their wealth affairs, as it were, like their career or whatever it is, and they're actually preventing themselves from new energy coming in, because they are holding on to that position. They're almost not studying the new thing that may be in front of them. They may even be ignoring that. So I feel like they could almost be tied up in their earthly affairs, as it were, like their career and that kind of thing. And maybe if they did cause you hurt, there is that almost, they want to focus on other things because they can't almost come to terms with that. But then there is this illumination and energy. So for some people, I feel like there is almost this want to talk and open up this door for communication and release what was and let new things in, and whatever security or whatever relationship status it was before that we had here is to look for something new. So there feels like there's mixed energies for here for different kind of stages, but let's see ultimately where this relationship is going. So we have the Magician, we have the Five of Cups. So Spirit, where is this relationship going? We also have the Nine of Swords. Spirit, where is pile threes with this current energy? And that is key as well here, is this is the current energy, where this current energy of both parties is leading this relationship, because you can make changes, because you have the free will and power, and so do they, to change your present moment, your present state, your present energy to affect your future. So Spirit, where is this relationship going for my friends of pile 3? Okay, well, we've not got many. Early it was like just jumping out of the deck, so let's see. Spirit, where is this relationship going? So we have Justice. Okay, now you want to get cooking. Okay, I wasn't going to take this many, but because it took us some time to get here, I'm going to let them all sit. Okay. So we have the Magician, the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, Justice, 2 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the King of Wands. So I want to talk about these cards. Actually, no, I'm going to start here and do it like a storybook, basically. Sorry. So with the Magician, I feel like there is almost there needs to be some action for one party. There needs to be an active movement forward. And I feel like, as almost the powerful person that you are, in terms of you've got the major cards, the Hermit and the Hierophant, the time that you have spent working on yourself, it's almost like whatever you want to wield, whatever you want out of this relationship, it's almost like the power is in your hands, as it were. You can manifest what you want. You can manifest the partner you want, the relationship that you want in here. And with the 5 of Cups, there is this loss of pleasure. There is this cut-off period. There is this 3 of Swords that is looming here, that is causing fears and anxieties in this 9 of Swords. And it's, you know, this scale, like one day you may feel like you're fine, you're okay, and then one day you may be angry, one day you may be in denial. It's all those kind of stages of grief, as it were, and it feels like it is taking and expending a lot of your time. So you know that you're not quite there and ready yet, and because you're still working through that, and it still feels like there's storm warning, but the most important thing is you know where you are going, and you know the path in which you need to get there. And with the Justice card, like we were saying with this contract, there's almost this balance that needs to be done, as it were, and all the past things that have happened, recognizing that you have changed, and actually that what was in the past, this sorrow, is in the past. And with learning and understanding and acceptance and change in the present moment, you can affect the future. So you can affect the future of this relationship. And I feel like that is what Spirit is saying, that you are very, very powerful in this Magician, and you have been connecting to Spirit and your guides, and they're like, yes, that's we're so happy, and we are here for you, and we are helping you heal through this. We know that you are still suffering, and there is still this emotional loss here, but there are some cups still standing up, like the 3 cups that have fallen over, these 3 swords or whatever it is. You know, we've got you. There's other things here, like, and with this 9 of Swords, like, I feel like they are there trying to help you through your fears and anxieties, and trying to help guide you to your intuition and your light. And with this balancing, and like I said, with you in power, and you empowered to make changes and learn and accept the past. When this happens, this feels like that, and then it becomes this. So this is so important to address, is that you are powerful. You have the all the tools necessary to change your circumstances and manifest and bring about what you want. And you know, everything that you sow now will have an effect on your future. The changes that you make in the present moment, and live in the present. Don't live like you know where you're going, as it were. You know you're headed for the success, but you know that is only affected by what you're doing now. And then if you do that, if you kind of accept the pain and want to change and evolve from it, which I feel like you do because you've done all of this work as well. But I feel like Spirit's saying you're doing the right thing. You are using everything at your disposal to get yourself to the position where this Two of Cups, this love, this unity, this concord comes in, and this new connection. And I feel like it could be this new connection with this person, because this is ultimately where this connection is going, where this relationship is going. And I feel like there is deep healing and reassurance and unity here. And it feels like a contract, like a love contract, as it were. It's going to be a lot of work with this Eight of Pentacles. There is going to be a lot of work needed, dedication, persistence, prudence, because of this communication and everything. And it will, I feel like this is more you with this Queen of Cups energy, as it were. And it's almost this opening of your heart and following your heart and trusting and having faith in your intuition and where that is leading you. And because you are cleansing your spirit, you are in a position where you can open yourself up to love and be receptive to that energy. And this is almost Knight of Swords and King of Wands. I see more as them, is this kind of their willpower and determination is strong, their energy is strong, and they want this change. They want this change to come about, and they're almost charging ahead. And with this King of Wands, there's almost this there's this kind of like they are this instigator of change, this almost restless energy, like we were saying. And Wands of Fire, which is obviously why we've got this red, and then this illumination, this like sun energy. So there is a want to almost charge and rush, and I feel like you're almost going to have to calm this down and be like, okay, yeah, we'll get there, that's fine. But ultimately, this is a connection of love and working together to bring about this. But this period is so important in order to bring about this love, as it were, is this period of you still working on yourself and making those changes and accepting what was and then looking at what will be. So yeah, it is really, really beautiful, and ultimately you will be almost a queen of your emotions, as it were. Like, you will feel in power, and not so much that you are caught up in a storm, but more that you are riding the wave, is what I'm hearing. So let's see as well, what advice from your spirit guides from here. So we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. I had this for another grief as well, but it is this in-between period where you are working on yourself. And I know, and you've probably been like, I've been doing that. You can see I've been cleansing myself. I've been focusing on that. Like, embrace this in-between until things start to take effect, because there is obviously still learning and still change to happen. But the most important thing is that you have already changed. You have that awareness that you have changed, and that's brilliant. And Snake Spirit, time to heal. Exactly. This healing period, this cleansing period, is making you this Queen of Cups, who has boundaries, who is good, who is distinguished, who other people go to, who has an open heart and a full cup of themselves, because they know who they are first, and they pour their emotions to them first, and then they're able to expend that energy out to others. But that comes from knowing yourself and putting yourself first. So Spirit, what else do you have for my lovely friends of pile 3? Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So after the 5 of Pentacles, this shut off period, which maybe they're feeling, is this 6 of Pentacles, this material flow. So when things start to flow again, when this 2 of Cups connection, this almost rare attraction, this bringing about of change to this relationship, pouring love in, and that healing energy, you know, make sure that there is give and take here as well. And you know, you'll have to give a bit of yourself in this contract sort of thing, with this person potentially. You guys just get all the cards, honestly. There's there's nothing, and then it's like boom, your guides are like with you at the moment and have like so much to say to you. So ask for signs if you're wanting for like signs. Like, I mean, I always ask for animals, but people ask for different things, for angel numbers, whatever it is. Like ask for a sign that, you know, you're on the right path, or if you feel like you're being led to do something, like in terms of your intuition, like I feel like I need to do this, show me a sign that this is right, or whatever it is. I feel like your guides are around you at this time. So we've got White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic of life. I've said this today, trust in the magic of you and your power as the magician. We've also got Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. This again, like this experience, this storm warning that you felt in this period of retreat, and almost all of this time where maybe you feel like you've been ruminating over the sorrow, whatever it is. This is that thing. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you are becoming this Queen of Cups energy. And this was not wasted time. You have not wasted your time. You have been focusing on you and your light, and also connecting to spirit, and that is so important. And we've also got Elephant Spirit, learn from the past, right on top of that Justice card here. Learn from the past, accept the past, and then we can change. And then also Wombat Spirit, be at home in yourself, in who you are, in how powerful you are, my beautiful friend, because you are so powerful. And be at home in the badass person that you are becoming, or you know, you basically are that person anyway. I don't even need to say that you are becoming, or just all the things that you are worthy of and worthy of receiving coming to you. Be at home in that power that you can manifest what you want, and Spirit wants to give you that. So my lovely friends of pile 3, all the cards are yours today. I am sending so much love to you guys. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice there. I'd love to hear in the comments if it did. I'm sending so much love. As I already said, if you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I really hope to see you guys there. Bye. Hello, my beautiful friends of pile 4. So if you picked the Honey Calcite Heart and the Marigold Tarot, then this reading is going to be for you. So firstly, let's see what you want and what your current energies are. So we have rejection, we have the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, and we've also got love. So I feel like ultimately your energy, I feel like you have gone through a lot of rejection, a lot of heartache in the past. And maybe there's been unrequited love or something like that, is what I'm hearing for some people. But there is just this feeling like nothing is happening, nothing has gone forward. But ultimately, you just want love. You want to love and be loved in return, because you have such a big heart, and you are being guided by the 4th chakra, which is the heart chakra, Archangel Raphael. That you have this guide, this angel who is wanting to bring about this love, because it speaks so fully. Your heart speaks so fully. It's so pure and beautiful and powerful. I think you are such a rare and beautiful person. And ultimately you are open and receptive, and I feel like you are being guided. So whatever this is, I feel like, whether it's, obviously we're asking about this relationship, you want that openness, you want that that heart connection, but either way you are in a beautiful position to receive love, and you are being guided towards that. So Spirit, what does pile 4 want in this relationship? So Spirit, what does pile 4 want? Let's see. So we have 6 of Swords, we have also the 8 of Cups, and lastly we have the 9 of Cups. You guys are so beautiful. I just want to say that straight off the bat. Like, you guys, as in, you are a beautiful person. outside as well, but obviously I can't see you, I'm a pair of floating hands, but as in you have such a beautiful heart and such a beautiful energy, and I'm literally so touched to be reading your cards right now. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. So with the Six of Swords, there is this need for a journey away from these troubled waters that you are feeling, and also with the Eight of Cups as well, there is this journey, this movement away from stagnant energy, stagnant water, stagnant emotions that are no longer serving your purpose. I feel like whatever situation you were in that caused you this grief and sorrow in your mind and also in your heart, this rejection, there is a want and almost a need for an opening to reveal itself. And maybe you're hoping that someone is going to come in terms of the Six of Swords and almost bring a boat and sail away with you into calmer seas, as it were. But there is that, and with the Eight of Cups as well, you know that you can't stay in that situation and you want to journey towards something else and to a different purpose. And with this Nine of Cups, this is the card of wish fulfillment. You have done a lot of work emotionally on yourself, and you are open and ready and in a place to receive. Like, you're ready to receive your Ten of Cups moment, your Eight of Cups, and there is this wish fulfillment here. So maybe you're wishing for this person and wishing for this emotional connection with this person, but there might be, and Spirit might say later as well as we go into it, but I feel like I'm hearing this rejection and everything that you have faced up until this point. There is a need for a movement away, which you already want to do. You have already changed and you already want that movement away. I can see that with your cards, but there is a need for releasing that energy because you are so open and ready for something new. So don't allow any aspect of what has happened to hold you back. Release that baggage, all that you can. Of course, you can't just forget all of those experiences and everything like that. You carry them with you, but you do not let them rule you on your journey forwards. So and it may feel like you've abandoned success, you may feel like you've abandoned so much or lost so much already, but there is this because you have done the work and because you have recognized the need for change. You are being guided, you are being guided to something new, and yeah, and you're just in a beautiful energy space to receive. So let's see what they want out of this relationship. So we have mystery, we have the thinking woman, and we also have confidence. So with this mystery card, I'm hearing from Spirit the High Priestess card, and that ties really in with the thinking woman as well for me. And I feel like almost they don't know what you are thinking, or they don't know, you don't have to identify as a woman or a female, like it doesn't matter, it might just be more that energy. But I just feel like they the mystery, the High Priestess that I'm hearing, sits between two pillars, and there is an air of that mystery there, and this untapped like energy waiting to be activated, as it were. Very, very powerful, but there's almost secrets potentially that need to be brought to light. And maybe this is a maybe you're not sure, maybe you think this is unrequited, maybe if you feel like you really like this person but you have not told them in any way, and they want to know what you are thinking, and maybe they want you to have the confidence to come to them, or maybe they want the confidence to be able to talk to you, is what I can see both sides. I feel like this relationship feels I'm hearing like Madonna, like a virgin, but it's that you could have been in loads of relationships before, you could be any age, but it feels like a really youthful and pure connection, this like for you both, in that you both feel like, you know, like you're 14 on the bus, like talking to all your friends about this person. Like it feels like that kind of energy, but you have both been through so much as well. So there's this almost like mystery of relationships and mystery of what you're feeling, and kind of uncovering their truth of what they're feeling. and there is almost this need to want to know thoughts and what is happening within this thought energy, especially if they've seen you have to leave rejection behind and stuff like that. Maybe they're wondering where your head is at and whether you like them and that kind of thing. But this confidence card, I feel like you both want to almost be confident in love, as it were. If there were 2 love cards, I would not be surprised if that had been in 2 places. But, you know, this confidence card, I feel like there's almost the confidence to want to speak their truth, but also learn your truth. So, Spirit, let's see what they want from the relationship. So, Spirit, what does this person, their person, want from this relationship? Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take those 3 as they fell out first. But I feel like there's a lot of things that were coming up. So let's see. So we have the World, we have the King of Swords, and we also have the 6 of Wands. So with the World card, there is this kind of like completion and wholeness there at the end of the journey, and they've almost got their sights set on where it's going, and maybe they're unsure of how it's going to get there. Like maybe there's obstacles in order to get to that moment. Maybe bits of it is shrouded in mystery, but there is this want for victory in the 6 of Wands. There is a want of passions and willpowers and courage to come forth and create change and have a victory in this sense, and this almost conquering of the world is what I'm hearing, like rule the world, take that. But also with this King of Swords, there again is this this King of Swords to this almost Queen of Swords. Like they want this clarity, they want this this communication to come forth, to bring to light all of this. And maybe at the moment they are shrouded in a bit of mystery and feel a bit set back, as it were, because they don't know quite how to communicate their thoughts. Maybe usually they're quite a strong communicator and can speak their truth and all of those things, but maybe around you they almost lack that confidence, and maybe some of their inner criticisms are coming up about it. But there's really strong air sign energy here, maybe from one party or maybe from both parties, so Gemini, Aquarius or Libra potentially. But then obviously over here we have some cups energy, and we've also got love, so potentially there is some water energy as well, in terms of Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. But that does not have to be at all, but it just feels like there is this a need to bring about their thoughts and communicate their truth, and almost to make a plan with you, as it were, get to know your thoughts and almost intellectualize the relationship, as it were, and like get to the bottom of what is actually happening. But ultimately it's all underpinned by this need for a wholeness and a completion within, and a unity within your relationship. Maybe they feel a bit set back from you at the moment and that kind of thing, because of this mystery, whatever is in front, and maybe they're trying to find the confidence in order to speak to you, as it were. So let's see with these energies, and this is the most important thing to say, that you have free will, and in order to change your energy and to change your circumstances, which will affect your future. This is just based off of these current energies of where the relationship is going. So like anything, any tarot message that you receive, you can change your energy, and that will affect the cards, as it were, and affect the future outcome. So Spirit, with this energy, where is this relationship currently going? Okay. Oh. Okay guys, I'm sorry, this is the last pile today where all the cards fell off, so, and into here. So I've got this little bit at the side where they all like to fall and have a little party, so let me just reach them. Sorry friends. Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords, we have the Emperor, we have the 5 of Wands, we have the Hermit. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's all from there. Okay, well, they gave me five cards this time, which is what I was looking for originally, so that's good. Apart from them all going over the floor. But yeah, so I feel like with this Three of Swords, there is obviously some sorrow that coming from, I feel like, this side, from this rejection, like we were talking about, that needs to be addressed and needs to change, which we've already spoke about. And like I said, you're in this place, you know that you need to move forward from this stagnant energy, and you're looking for that way out. And this is going to be helped by this Three of Cups energy. So whatever's happened in your past, whatever rejection you may have felt, whatever, or whether it's like a stop of a relationship, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rejection of them rejecting you, not this person or someone else, but more like if there's been a stop, as it were, a stop to a relationship for whatever reason, and that's caused you sorrow and unrest. This Three of Cups, this healing energy, and this love from both sides, this emotional connection that you both ultimately feel here, as when you kind of connect on that level and have this abundance and this friendship and this soul connection and are around each other and celebrate all the good things in life in plenty with one another and pour love into the situation, fear, anxiety and thoughts and all this worrying get dispelled when in the presence of love, when like it dispels fear and anxiety. So I feel like with this Emperor card, there is this need for a stability, for some stability and order and some boundaries almost to be set. And I feel like that is with both parties, and I feel like you both are doing this as well. So I'm kind of saying that, but this is where the relationship is going, because you have both taken that time to become an emperor in your own right, as it were, and to kind of create that order and stability. Creativity can then flow. If there's other people in this situation who are putting their 5 pence in, or whatever, 2 cents, whatever it is, and there feels like there's this opposing wills and desires on different sides, and coming at you guys, like, focus on your light, both of you, like, focus on your light, focus on this connection and connect to things that make you feel good and the love and abundance, and lean into that connection. Don't worry about the outer concerns. You both have created those boundaries in a strong way in order for then love and everything to naturally form. This Emperor is Aries, new beginnings, new opportunities coming. And with this Hermit energy, make sure that you look after your own light, like you've already been doing, and know that you are also guided moving forward. But maybe there will be some time with the Hermit where there is a need to move away from the outward concerns. Maybe one person still needs to like, they still find friendship and concord in this person, but there is a need to look after themselves, follow their own light, as it were, and create their stability. So maybe there is a which doesn't mean they're not open and receptive to the gifts of the universe or to love, as it were, to come to them, but there is still this sorrow that needs to be addressed here. So where this relationship is going is, I feel like maybe the outward concerns, outward people, maybe other people in this situation who may be in friendship group or whatever it is, maybe almost get involved in that kind of thing. And maybe there's this period of needing to connect with one another and have this as a friendship until this kind of sorrow has been addressed, and this need for looking after your own light and following your path, or it could be theirs, but I get the feeling it's probably more yours, like, because you have been doing so much work for this already, it's time for you to stand in your power and focus on you and make yourself the star of the show, as it were, because you are so powerful and you are being guided by love, and never lose that purity of heart as well, and trust that your guides are around you, and the angels are around you and wanting to help you on this journey. So don't worry about what other people are saying, what other people are doing. Focus on you. Connect with the people that bring you joy, which bring you happiness. And if this person does, then brilliant. They can be a part of that, and seeing you become this emperor and this hermit. And then when things are ready, and you feel like in the place, maybe that is the time. But it feels like the outward concerns, like the outward, almost the scene, the setting of this is still in a place where there's not enough stability in order for it to grow potentially yet, but you can harness that energy, you can harness that power. So let's get some more messages, so some more advice messages from your guides. So Spirit, what does my glorious friend of pile 4 need to know? So we have got Cat Spirit, claim your independence. Exactly. Independence. And that doesn't mean that you have to shut off and be completely alone and all of those things. You can still connect to the things that bring you joy and happiness, but you need to make sure that you have you are sitting in this 9 of Cups, this power, and that you have moved away from those things. And you don't need anyone to save you as well. I know I said there's that ship of maybe hoping for a window, but you can steer the ship, you can get that all, that's absolutely fine. But you know, claim your independence, and independence from what has happened to you, because that is in the past, that is not who you are, that is making you stronger, as it were. And I mean, the Emperor sits in their independence and creates their own order and stability in their life, their own boundaries. You can create that together in a relationship, but also it's so important to have your own, and then allow things to flow in based on your kind of values and what you value. We've also got clear out the clutter. That's that Ace of Cups, 6 of Swords energy as well. It's time to move forward into a new energy, and also claim that you're not dependent on anyone, and clear out. It's so easy to say release that sorrow. You never release that fully, but connect to the things that matter, and slowly and with that love, slowly the other things, they don't hold power as much as they once did. We've also got now is a lucky time. So and I feel like that's because you are almost having this time of independence and everything, and you are guided by the angel of love. So maybe if it's not this relationship and it is just a friendship, or maybe it's not at this time, there might be other things that are on the horizon, and because you are connected to spirit and also your guides, there are gifts to be had. And we also have you are never alone. Because you have spirit has your back, the universe has your back, but you have such a strong connection and network around you. So and your intuition and your light, even in the dark, where you don't know where you're going, you carry all of your experiences, and your light is so bright. And like I've already said, you're such a beautiful soul, and your light comes straight from the heart, straight as a beacon. And it sounds cheesy and everything, but yeah, your heart and the capacity for love that you have, even the otter is in a shape of a heart here. You just are never ever alone, and don't allow other people to ever tell you otherwise or anything like that. So my lovely friends of pile 4, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice in there. I'd love to hear in the comments if it did resonate with you. I'm sending so much love as always. I'd love to see you next time. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you guys then. Bye.